like an eternity after about 12 to 13 minutes of added time due to stoppages. But yes, it has finished at Fir Park. Motherwell 2, Rangers 2. Yeah, we're going to get everyone's reaction. So
VAR once again come to the rescue. I don't even know where to even begin there. That was just that first half was just a riot, an absolute riot.
Do you know what? If we're neutral, and that's pretty decent advert in some respects for Scottish football, isn't it?
100% it is. Yeah, the smaller team giving it to the big team. Motherwell this time last year, but yeah, I don't know. Cameron, what do you think?
To be honest with you, it's not anything we've not seen before. It summed up it was almost a stereotypical Rangers away performance across the last 9 months. The thing for me, and I'm going to try really, really hard not to rant here, is the manager gets the team selection wrong. Where's the player? Where's the players' pride in their own performance? Where's the effort? Where's the desire? You know, we didn't fancy it. We had too many players. Oh, it was a wee bit windy. They didn't handle the conditions. They just, I can't be arsed sort of attitude. That was the vibe that was coming off watching it for me, and that's unexcusable. No matter who the Rangers manager is, the players have a responsibility to leave it all out there. And the last 2 games have been abysmal. We've managed to dig out a draw. A couple of moments of quality. The 2 subs came on, made a difference. Who knew that would happen? But we spoke about this before we went live. Somebody in the comments before the game, I mentioned sports science. Clement, all the sports science people, I've said for weeks, irrespective, he's a dead man walking to deserve better. We all deserve better, but he was not interested. It's, you want to encourage youth. We want to bring in Lennon Miller. Why would Lennon Miller want to come to Rangers?
Big game coming up next. We're already 14 points behind. Let's talk about backline there. Obviously, a little bit of a makeshift backline. It's not really,
It's going to get, well, Rangers, well done. Albeit we picked up a point in this game that was quite possibly the worst first half of football I've seen a Rangers team play for quite some time.
Jobs properly, then he doesn't get in that position in the first place. The issue is, yes, they'll say, "Oh, come off his hand," but they've stopped and they're moaning at the end.
Up for the goal corner, yes or no?
Yes.
Alex?
Yes, 100%. Butland can do better for the goal. He looks like he tries to smother it and it just goes underneath him. He's nowhere near it. I think Butland is just as at fault as the 2 centre-backs. He could do a lot more to save that ball and he doesn't do enough and it just rolls underneath him.
So I would say, though, I'm not... The thing is, and believe me, I'm not defending Butland because I've got more criticism of him later on, but again, though, if I'm Jack Butland in that situation, whatever I could have done better, I'm absolutely going apeshit at my defenders. Celtic.
Yes.
And I don't know that I've ever felt less confident going into a game against anybody at Ibrox than I do right now.
And do you know what? It's a game that in terms of the league means absolutely nothing.
Yep.
It means absolutely nothing. And that's normally when our players step up when there's nothing riding on it. But I've got a horrible feeling about Thursday. I've got a really, really horrible feeling. But we said that before and things seem to turn around. I don't know, I'm just trying to grasp onto absolutely anything. Right, so it's 2-2 corner, right? We spoke about Igaman's second goal, absolute peach, showing us that he is the one player right now in our squad that has real quality. But before that second goal goes in for us, Connor.
The keepers, butt keepers are...
We spoke about this with the Scottish. You show the corner season. I think Patrick Stewart's probably coming up with contingency plans and he's looking at other managers to come in. But right now, I think he's knowing that he's got to stick with Philippe Clement until the end of the season. I don't think that he wants to go into that decision. PC is probably going to get another transfer window. He's probably going to get the January transfer window to make signings. He's also going to get players out of the club, but I think he's still going to stay in until the end of the season at least.
These kind of super chats are going along the same tone. Connor, if the board back come on with the money in January, I give up. If they won't sack him, exile him and bring a caretaker who knows the club. Yeah.
Well, but they see, this is the thing though, right? Yes, he should be sacked. A couple of issues that come along with that, of course. The number one issue being finances, because if Common does get sacked, then the club are going to have to pay him off. And because we gave him that contract extension, or the previous administration did, because to be fair, that was not Patrick Stewart's choice, that was John Bennett and Bisgrove, who, for reasons known to them and them alone, decided to do that. It's going to cost us even more money, which will then take, coffers out of the pot for signing any players in January. And that's going to cause its own problems. So it's going to be a tough decision. Listen, I think he needs to go. I think Alex, unfortunately, is probably right. He'll almost certainly be in the dugout for the game against Celtic on Thursday. And then after that, he may or may not get sacked. The sad thing about it is, if he wins that game, they won't sack him, because they're not going to
make our own downfall 2 games in a row with conceding goals that you cannot concede in that way. Clearly not aggressive enough in those duels. 2 games not, and then you chase the game in that way. What we did, you come back to the 2-2, but we didn't manage to score the 3rd goal in that way, but we make it so difficult for ourselves 2 games in a row with giving away silly, unnecessary goals. Not that you are not, as a team, in good positions, that there's no structure, but just about individual mistakes that way. And that's the weird thing. If the quality to do it is not there, you have a big problem. The weeks before, and now in 2 games in a row, we give amazing goals away. In that way, the team did. In the second half, it was not a team that gave up or one player who gave up. Everybody has been fighting for that. But that's the minimum, of course.
The starting lineup today. Do you regret making as many changes to the starting lineup, and how much of that was enforced on you, if you like, by the sports science department?
It's really simple, guys. It's really simple. Yannis was sick. Yannis was normally starting today. Liam Belligan is injured. EFT played almost the same amount of game that he played last season until now. Ritvan played for me a good game on that position. Václav played already double amount of minutes that he played last season. And he was saying also that he was dead tired yesterday. And the same with Hamza, who played almost the same minutes as last season already in a short period. So, yes, I see also the difference when Václav and Hamza come in, be a full. So in that way, yes, I listen to my staff, I listen to the players themselves also in that way. And I've been pushing several players in these situations the last couple of weeks, but there is a limit on pushing them before you come to the injury thing. So John Sutter, you can say we've been pushing him until one moment, and then he get an injury also. So it's making these decisions together as a staff together, and also with the players. And we need, with this amount of game, more than 12, 13, 14 players. Otherwise, you cannot reach your goals. So that's what you expect them from the other players to step in.
When players tell you they're too tired, do you try and talk them into playing, or do you just accept?
Yeah, no, we did that the last couple of weeks. And they don't come to say that they're too tired, but you see people, how they are. We test them also in different ways with the staff. So then you need a rotation. It's not possible. There's not one team in the world playing with their attacking players every time 90 minutes, every 3 days, for 3-4 months in a row. There's not one team in the world doing that. So not to lose them for the next couple of months.
No one likes asking these questions, but given the gulf at the top of the table in terms of points, do you have any concerns about the board losing faith in your management? Do you have any concerns of your own position?
No, I'm not concerned about that because I'm only busy with the team. And we knew before the season what project and what challenging project it would be. On that side, it's difficult to speak about that because you will not understand and people outside maybe will not understand. But there's been an evolution made. The last 2 games not, for sure not. And we have hurt ourselves in that way. But you cannot speak about that after losing points against St. Mirren and against Motherwell. I know. The difficulty in that is it's avoidable individual mistakes in those. Work hard now in a few days to be much more resilient and to show what they've showed in this cup final, also with the people involved. Yes.
You think nothing has changed there?
Do you think with another manager we would not have made mistakes today defensively? Was it the problem that the structure of the team was not good?